One, two, three.
I guess this is one of those. I'll start with that last one first, the idea of formed
Hmm.
um, energy formed from something. I think this is one of these problem distinctions. It's partly about physics, also just about usage, that energy and form are usually seen as opposed. So if you said renewable energy is energy formed from natural sources, you're not actually talking about something that takes on form in that way. Um, so when they talk about derived, you're choosing derived, energy derived or taken from natural sources, or extracted from, or drawn from natural sources rather than formed from. Makes more sense. The idea is the energy comes out of, or we take it out of in a deliberate way. Um, so the reason why form then works in the final sentence, fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas, on the other hand, are non-renewable resources that take hundreds of millions of years to form. So resources are something that is formed or created through a process. So it does take a form, especially fuel, coal, oil, and gas. It's got a physical form, but
Mhm.
it takes millions of years to arrive at that form through a process. So in the first sentence, form doesn't work because energy doesn't really take on form. In the final sentence, form does work because there's a process where these substances are created. Um, so, and they don't start that way either. They start as plants and dead animals and other things that gradually transform actually into um, fossil fuel. So the idea of replenishing is similar to the idea of renewing. So it says renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources. That is, renewable energy is taken from sources that they can they can top up the energy, or they can um, replace the resources that are used more quickly than those are consumed. So replenish is related to ideas like plenitude, like plenty, the idea of plenty. That is, the sources have plenty of energy in them, and that energy is replenished, it's made plentiful again more quickly than we use it up. That's why they call it renewable. And we can see the word plentiful in the next sentence. Renewable energy sources are plentiful. So that's kind of reinforcing this idea.
How can we
Um,
use replenish in
ye
general?
yes, but it would be misleading as an example here because they're talking about other kinds of energy sources. Um, they're not talking about fuel or gas. They're talking about like sun and wind energy,
Mm.
renewable energy. They're replenished at a higher rate than they're consumed.
So it means refill.
Yeah, refilled.
Yeah.
So you're right that you would be replenishing. You could say that you're replenishing the fuel in your car by filling it up at the petrol station. But it would be a kind of, I don't know, an overly poetical way of saying it.
Yeah, I got it. It here,
Refill is much
yeah,
more common.
yeah,
Yeah.
refill. Refill is a much better word. Yeah.
Whereas when you're talking about something as abstract as a natural source of energy, replenish feels like it makes more sense because it's not just about an individual tank full of a
Mhm.
substance. It's actually about a whole process of reproducing the energy. Mm.
Yeah.